One. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's Kat.
Hi. Hey. I need you guys to tell me the exact first words that you heard me say when I clicked the button, because I'm still trying to get this timing down when it comes to starting things off here with the rating room into the live broadcast. There's extra buttons for me to click, and I don't have a producer. It's just me. Matt. Hi.
Chances are we ain't never gonna have no producer.
I don't know. Maybe one day. You don't know.
Never know.
Like, maybe one day that Coastal Entertainment Linda lady's gonna be like, hey, you should join us on our Zooms. You should be our Zoom hosts, right? And then
that would be fun.
You know. I mean, that probably. I think she does her own Zoom hosting herself. I mean, why wouldn't you? I would do it. If I was running Coastal Entertainment and having all these Zooms, I would do the interviews. I would be the host.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. But maybe we would be better. I don't know.
Maybe it would be a wise investment, Linda. It would be a wise investment. It doesn't mean that you're not bringing it, because I don't know. I haven't been to one. But that doesn't mean we couldn't bring it more here on the 10th floor. Hey, the elevator's full, Ma. We got Carolyn here. Jacarius is here, and he's ready to talk. Okay.
Hi, Jacarius. We missed you last week.
Yeah, Kaiwan's here. Sandy's here. Janet here's. Jeannie is here. Elegant is here. Kelly, of course. First one in line.
Morning, Kelly.
And Kelly actually is going to participate in a Zoom later. I think this is a Coastal Entertainment one with Carolyn Hennessy and Tristan Rogers. That's happening this afternoon.
I saw an advertisement for that.
What are you going to ask? Is there a Q&A, Kelly? Are you going to ask? Are you going to ask questions?
Yeah, is there?
She'll answer us in 45 seconds. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Jacarius again. Jacarius is here. You know, Jacarius is really gearing up. He's doing so much research and viewing and watching and tweeting and Twitter Spaces in connection with his soap after show.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, lots of fun things happening on that platform.
Jacarius isn't as lazy as we are.
Oh no, Jacarius does 10 times more than we do. You're lucky that we broadcast it randomly on Wednesdays. Oh my goodness. But hey, you're here at the elevator going all the way up to the 10th floor. You're going to get off the elevator one after the other. Don't push, don't shove. It's fine. There's plenty of room, plenty of time. These doors are not going to close. The elevator is not going to move on until everybody has exited. Don't worry.
I got my foot right there in the doorway, guys. So I'm making sure don't squish.
Come on into the 10th floor. You know, you can step out on the 10th floor. You look to the left, you can see the bench. You can see Austin hanging out, thinking about life. He's lonely and single now.
He sure is.
But how lonely and for how long? Because it might not be there. GH might be making that wise choice and finally putting Mara West and Roger Howarth together in a romantic capacity.
I like it.
I like it too.
I like
it too. Why not? Just do it. Just do it. You know, whatever your plan was for Austin, throw it out the window. Mm-hmm. And just lean to what Roger Howarth brings, lean to what Mara West brings, lean to what they can do together. Just do it. Just do it. Make him up as you go.
I can't really think of another person I'd rather see her with.
Not right now. Not Victor. I don't want to see her with Victor.
No, I don't want to see her with Victor either. No. I want to see Victor lonely.
Lonely and bleeding out somewhere, I'm sure. Because that's how you like your soaps, Ma. Violent and sexy.
True. It's just, I do. I like sexy, violent soap opera. Weird.
That's why you liked. Desperate Housewives. You loved Desperate Housewives. That was sexy and violent. Okay.
Yeah.
What else did you like? You liked. I imagine Sons of Anarchy had to be sexy and violent because you loved that show.
It was. It was super violent.
Gosh, what is it that you were into?
It had Jeff Kober.
Jeff Kober, yeah, of course. Jeff Kober was on State of Mind earlier today.
Did they film it today, or was it?
It was. I feel like it was broadcast today. I don't know. I should look it up.
I'm not sure, because I know they don't broadcast on the same day.
Apparently Maurice has a bunch of these in the can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it took several weeks for his one at Graceland to come out.
I tweeted him, responded to him today.
Yeah.
Invited for the 10th floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on. It was on today. Maurice Bernard and Jeff Kober.
Oh my gosh, I gotta watch that
I
one.
know we're going to have to watch it afterward. Well, we'll have to watch it afterward, and then we can do a special 10th floor reaction video.
Good.
Because we're YouTube sensations now, Ma. Anything that YouTube does, we're going to start doing. All right? Reaction videos, picture in picture. All right? Trailer reactions like we did. We did a trailer reaction.
We did do a trailer.
We did a trailer. We could have brought more energy, but we brought it. But we were there. We did it. We did it.
There's just a big difference between morning podcasting and evening podcasting.
There really
for me.
is. It is. It's true.
My energy level is just different.
Kelly, I did see that you're going to be on Zoom later. We already talked about it. You missed it. Where were you?
Oh, we did talk about it.
Did you take a different elevator than us, Kelly?
Yeah. We want to know, Kelly. We want to know. Our question was, do you have a question in mind that you want to ask?
Yeah.
We're interested in knowing what you have. Or are you going to be more of a silent observer? I don't know. I don't see you as a silent observer, Kelly.
No, you're going to be in everybody's face. You're going to be like, Tristan, pay attention to me, Tristan. Hi. Hi. It's me, Kelly. Hi. That's what's going to happen. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the video. It's going to be clipped and it's going to be shared with the world.
I'm still in line for the two Zoom creators there to be a couple on the show. I really want to see.
Yeah,
Robert.
It's happening. They flirt. They flirt. They flirt legally with each other. They flirt by law.
Yes.
You know. He'll be like, "I'm going to read them. You should read them their rights, right?" And
they flirt they flirt in a clever kind of way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Smart,
sapiosexuality. Where they just love each other's brains. Nothing but intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was Max dumb? She was with Max, right? Or was it Milo? Who was she with? Neither one of those.
Max. Milo was with Epiphany.
Milo was Epiphany. Max was with her. And then Max, they broke up.
All they did was say they broke up.
Yes.
They didn't. There was nothing. There was no scene.
There was no scene. It was a phone call or something. I remember that Epiphany and Milo split up because Milo was touring the country too much, opening all of his GM Betty gyms. And there just wasn't the time and the dedication for the romance in the relationship any longer.
Right.
Bummer. I don't remember what happened to Diane. What happened to Diane? Diane, tell me what happened to Diane. Everybody in the chat, tell me. Do you think Chris Taylor is returning? Who's Chris Taylor?
Christopher?
Tyler Christopher?
Yeah, I think that's who they're talking
about. Oh, Janet, do you mean Tyler Christopher?
Do you mean
Chris Tyler? Oh, yeah, I bet that's exactly what it is. You're so perceptive. You're the smartest person in the room. We're both alone in our rooms.
Usually, no. I'm usually somewhere in the middle.
Epiphany was heartbroken. It was very sad. Oh, hey, we're gonna get a really good Epiphany episode here in about a month and a half, 2 months.
We're
at the start of February now. We're at the end of January / start of February.
So Matt, I was wondering, do you think? I'm thinking maybe it's true. Maybe that scene of Ava and Nicholas at the bar in the Metro Court is his last scene.
They said, they said something on Twitter. So he didn't have, there was no Nicholas on Friday. So, yes, that was his last scene. I saw something on Twitter, some Soap Central, Soap News, Soap Update something. Wrote a little piece about how that was the last filmed content for Marcus Coloma as Christopher, as Nicholas. Ah, gosh.
As Nicholas, yeah.
Yes, as Nicholas. And Marcus Coloma immediately, all right, Marcus Coloma teaming with his fan club in some capacity, selling $150 pizza tickets, and you can do a meet and greet and have a Q&A and have a great time here in the Hollywood area.
Okay, you got to just meet him somewhere at the pizza.
It's good, it's not like a big, convention hall or anything like that, but it's just, $150. You can hang out with Marcus Coloma for the afternoon. Food provided.
I hope he's buying the pizza.
I'm sure. Yes, food provided. They said I'm sure there'll be some sort of nice pizzeria in some sort of good Hollywood area. I would imagine. I don't know the details. Well, you can find it on Twitter if you're interested.
I tell you what. because I am that kind of fan. If I lived locally and I had myself $150 spare, I might do it.
Why not? If I had the money too, yeah, absolutely. But hey, maybe he needs some sort of press coverage. If any of the actors, because I live here in the valley, all right? I'm in the San Fernando
Matthew right there
Valley.
In the thick of it, you guys.
Right
Matthew right there in the thick of it. I tell you, he is right there by all that.
Ma had to travel hours to go to the convention. I had to travel minutes.
Yes. I mean, Matthew right there. We could you could almost see the Hollywood sign of his freaking house.
I'm just behind it.
Right,
if I was on the other side of the hills, then absolutely. I'm on the opposite side of the Hollywood side. In any case, I'm right here. So if any of the actors need some sort of press coverage, if they want some sort of podcast coverage, if they want me to just be there to hold a camera and talk about it with my deep, soothing voice that everyone loves so much, here on GH After Dark.
You had never seen a celebrity in the store?
I'm sorry?
Or at a stop sign? You had never seen a celebrity at the store or at a stop sign or somewhere? Have you?
Oh, here? I ran into Rob Lowe on a hike.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That happened. But past that, honestly.
Did you say howdy to him?
Yeah, is that all? I went, oh, because it took me a minute, because he's just this little shrimp guy. He's tiny. He's itty bitty. But he's just this little guy just doing a little jog with his cap on.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got closer, and I'm like, oh. I thought, oh, man, that's Rob Lowe. And I just kind of waved, and he went, oh, hi, and then ran off. So that's twice I've met Rob Lowe in my life.
I know, because I remember you did a catering thing in San Francisco.
I did.
You did a little side hustle, right?
I did a little catering side hustle in San Francisco. His wife was doing a jewelry exhibition at a Macy's or something like that. And in it, we had, sparkling water. Just walking around. Hey, would you like some water? And Rob Lowe was there. He took a sparkling water and asked where he can get some real food.
Did you tell him where to get some real food?
Yeah, I said it's up there on the 3rd floor. Because I knew. Hey, look at me. Being prepared. But past that, no. I was really hoping that one day, like when I took the job being a tour guide for the Winchester Mystery House, I was hoping that I'd be able to do a celebrity tour at some point, but that never manifested.
Hey, you're so good at that kind of stuff.
Well, hey, my future is here in broadcasting. All right, I'm just waiting for the right person to hang out in the chat. I mean, we had Fido Xavier just randomly show up that one time, right? Maybe one day Frank Valentini's just going to sit there. And then we have somebody who leaves comments on all of the videos saying that they're not fast enough of a typer to keep up the chat, but they're live with us every week. So,
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, everybody that doesn't participate in the chat. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, we know that because we see our numbers.
Yeah.
And it's not as many people that are vocalizing.
If you've never participated in the chat and you are watching right now, just say hi. That's it. Just write it. Just write hi in the chat right now. I'd love to see your names come through. I don't have to read them. You can say, hi, don't read this, and no problem. I won't say it on the air.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter, and I don't know if it's really him, but did Charles respond to us?
Charles?
Charles, like in Uncle Victor.
Charles Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Respond to us with what? What do you mean?
I thought he responded to some tweet of ours.
Oh, not that I caught. Maybe he did. I don't know. I'll have to go through the Twitter timeline.
Yeah, I saw something this morning, but I'm like, is that really him?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to take a look. I'm not sure. I did. I'm not sure I saw. Look at that. Look at that, Ma. We got all kinds of highs coming up here.
Yay!
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nobody said don't read it. So do you want me to read it, Ma? Stephanie, Basilini, Medora, Este, Coretta, all of these people are here.
Awesome. Yeah. You guys. And if you've been there all along, howdy.
Yeah. There's all kinds of fun stuff that, we haven't been able to do it on YouTube because I don't know how to dance around the legal licensing algorithm blah-de-da-de-da-de nonsense that exists on YouTube. So we haven't been able to do fun things like music and things, which we were able to do when we were just purely audio. Because we were able to get away with it. It was going to be totally up to you guys to rat us out. On YouTube, there's robots and stuff that scan these things.
That would be fun. I would love that.
We had a hoedown. Remember the hoedown? Oh, the Nixon Falls hoedown.
Oh, we did.
And then when they opened the pool,
hilarious. Actually,
we played some surfing music.
Yeah. I remember that.
Oh man, such good times. Oh, we should
Like the
probably talk
next
about General
time,
Hospital.
like the next time I made fun of Luke and Laura in their ridiculous jalopy that they left their the ridiculous jalopy they left their wedding in. We could play some hoedown music for that. Or some like because that's what reminds me.
Well, Kelly loves Rob Lowe on 911 Lone Star. Jeannie's been lucky to meet many a soap actors. But though because of our General Hospital convention, look at all these people that we met.
Yes, we met all those folks. Plus, we have not physically met her.
Yeah.
But we've met Kathleen because she's been on the show.
And our Landria Linier.
Yes,
she's been on the show. Violet Xavier.
And we have not actually met those people.
Nope, not live and in person. Nope, not at all.
But Ken Schreiner we have, and he's been on the show.
Yeah. Well, Jacarius wants to meet a lot of soap stars, including Josh Swickard. And then, Jacarius, if you ever are able to pile up enough money to go to one of these events, they really are super fun. It's not saying that you're totally missing out on any sort of everybody lives without being able to go to one. But if you are able one day to be able to get there, and this is talking to everybody, not just you specifically, Jacarius, but if you're able to swing it, do it.
It is super fun, you guys. It is super funny. But, it does go in the category with a lot of other things that I have a pet peeve about in our world. Things are so gosh darn expensive.
Things are expensive. A lot of these things become like once in a lifetime things that you can do.
It really breaks my heart to see that a young family of 4, traditional 2 parents and 2 kids, that they just can't go. They just can't swing it. It's not that they don't want to, if they just can't swing it. And it really breaks my heart to think that, people aren't getting to experience things just because they're dang priced out. Everything's so expensive.
If only we could just put our kids up in the attic and forget about them for weeks at a time and have them come out okay. Totally well-adjusted, educated, responsible young people.
You guys, I know he comes off the wall with some things sometimes, but I swear I did not mistreat this kid.
This is what we do in Soapland, all right? We where is Aiden? Okay, where's Danny? Where's Jake? They're all in the attic. They're hanging out in the attic. They're like, hey,
I'm telling you
we're here doing our homework.
What? What we've always said. There's certain age groups in soap opera land where kids aren't interesting.
Well, yeah, that's what we keep on talking about. Kids aren't really interesting for television, not unless it's a show about children drama. In order to make them interesting, you have to do it like Degrassi, The Next Generation.
Yes.
But then again, then it's not like
Glee or something like that.
But then it's all about teen pregnancy and drug use. So,
or is there? Something silly like on the Disney Channel, do another Hannah Montana? Just
right.
silly.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Or so those twins that lived on the boat. What was that stupid show?
It's like you have to lean to one extreme or the other when telling stories about teenagers. They either have to be like super goofy Hannah Montana, or they have to be super intense Euphoria. But having something there in the middle is not very interesting. I mean, it is a crucial time in somebody's life. It is. It feels like the only thing that has ever happened to you when you're living through it. It's like, this is life. This is the only experience I'm ever going to have is high school. Yeah. Everything's always going to feel like this. I got news for you, children. It don't. There's going to be a time in which you go, I wish I had those problems again.
Oh, ain't that the dang truth? Hey, so pick a topic. We're going to talk about General Hospital here.
We're not going to just randomly talk about nothing forever. It's only been 20 minutes. No. It's only been 20 minutes.
Not forever.
Well, Kelly totally hit the nose on totally hit the thing right on the nose here when it comes down to it. The tickets aren't bad, but it's food and lodging and travel and just everything altogether becomes super expensive when it comes to doing something like this.
Exactly. It's the whole, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you have to be lucky like me and have it happen in the same town you live in.
Yeah. But still, it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
And I got to drive. I mean, of course, gas is not cheap, but it was close. I live in California, so I was able to drive to the event. Yeah. And Matthew was just down the street. But I didn't.
Yeah, we both drove.
I drove there in 5 hours, 6 hours.
But whatever. Hey, but Bozzolini.
I'm gonna take me a plane to Tennessee if they ever do another. You guys, if they ever do another Graceland convention, we're gonna try to go. I take money out of my damn 401k for that.
We will see how we can swing that. Maybe I'll be making so much money at the time that I can just treat you to it, Ma. That'd be so wonderful. Everybody buy us a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/10th floor. Maybe we can start stacking cash for a Graceland trip. All right, so Bozzolini, try to get us back on track here. Bozzolini. They had young Cameron, Spencer, Jocelyn, and Emma years ago. Absolutely. But they also put Jocelyn in a corn suit, and it was all about townies. So it was very Disney, you know.
It was.
It was a very Disney presentation. But that's totally okay. It's fine. I'm not sitting here complaining. I'm just saying that's the stories that you're able to tell about people underage of stuff. But that does give us a perfect lean into the Youngins, Ma. The Youngins this week. So we had the end of the Cameron Jocelyn thing was this week, right? That wasn't last week. It was this week. Where she's like, you can't tell anybody. He's like, I don't know, you schnit. And she's like,
that was early. That was Monday, Tuesday.
And she's like, but he'll die. And he's like, why should I care? And she's like, but you'll kill him. And she's like, maybe I should. And then she's like, but us. And then he's like, well, I'm not gonna do it. And then she like dropped all of the tears and then looked him dead in the eyes and says, well, then I'm gonna have to tell Dex. But sounds like a boat.
Oh my gosh, they sound like two chickens, huh?
No, it was super good. I mean, kudos to William Lipton. This is some of the chunkiest stuff that Mr. Lipton has had, and what he didn't do this time that he has done in the past. So he's gone over it. He's gotten better. He's become a more mature and well-seasoned actor. Is he wasn't trying to swallow the scene while emoting, and I totally into it. 100% great.
I thought Yes, I did. I thought he did a good job too. Because you're right. In the past, he has, this is true. He's overacted.
It's been tough for him to find that.
Yes, it has found it.
Soaps are melodramatic. Soaps lend to big.
Yes,
but you also have to not be so big that it looks goofy on TV.
Yeah, it still has to look like a natural response, even though it's over the top. So it is a tightrope.
Yeah.
Absolute tightrope. And I think his balancing act was better.
Yeah. It might be the hair. The hair has never been better on Cameron. Like he looks like my dad in the 70s. Actually, people are saying that he's starting to get Xander hair, like a Xander look, almost to a degree.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, apparently William Lipton was Soap Hub's Performer of the Week. Lipton. A singing partner of mine, William Lipton. I shared the stage with William Lipton and James Patrick Stewart, as did you, but they didn't back you up. They backed me up.
Yeah, because they didn't back me up because I was the star.
Because you were the star. You had the entire audience backing you up. I just had these two schlubs that are on some TV show.
I want to do that again.
Yeah, that was a good time too. We'll have to just keep our eyes open for Creation Entertainment's Burbank GH convention.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how some of these people, to get back into real life again, because people who went there were like, oh man, this is my 8th time here. This is my 10th time here. Oh, I love coming to this thing. And you're always left wondering, how are you able to do this so often?
Perhaps it is their only vacation thing they do.
I mean, maybe, but it's not like I'm taking vacations and I can't do nothing. But then again, I never learned how to do finances properly. So, hey, maybe a solution will be provided to me by Chandra, who's not here this week. She's at a basketball game today. So hopefully she's having a great time. Actually, we have no moderators right now. So go nuts, chat. Say whatever you want. I'm kidding. Please don't.
I went to a basketball game yesterday. I went to my grandson's basketball thing. Matthew's nephew. He's 9 years old. His name is Steven. Like everybody else's name is in our family.
Oh,
There's a whole passel of Stevens. Anyway, we did that yesterday.
Did he score any baskets?
No. but
I'd laugh at him. Ha ha, you're 9 and you're bad at basketball. Ha ha ha. I would do that.
Well, that would hurt his feelings because it's a little bit true. Better. I tell you what, Steven's really good flag football player. Always good.
All right.
But basketball not his forte, but
Nikisha.
flag football, very good.
Uh-huh.
Baseball not bad either. What did Nikisha have to say?
Well, Krista says that Eden and William were brilliant. Nikisha says the writers don't seem to like Joss very much right now. She was kind of cruel to Cameron. It's so tough. It's so tough. All right, this writer's comment. All right, and I'm not directing anything towards you, Nikisha. This is just a response in general. The writers, this phrasing of the writers comes up so often for me, and it always like for me it's like this weird push-pull response that I have to it, because in one hand, yeah, you're totally right, and also on the other hand, there's so many elements going into the show that it's so hard to just say the writers. You know,
because it is a big ball of wax.
You know, it's a big ball of wax. So yeah, the writers love Jocelyn, which is why they're giving her this stuff. I don't know, but also at the same time, it's fun to engage in it like it's real life. Like, what is wrong with this woman? You know,
Carly is her mama. That's what's wrong with her.
That's what's wrong with her. Carly's her mom. She's a terrible example. This is the turn. This is the turn. I've seen, you know, some of the wrestling enthusiasts and soap enthusiasts are like, I can't wait for Cameron's heel turn. I want Cameron's heel turn, but they're missing the point, Ma. This was Jocelyn's heel turn.
Yeah.
All right. We need to understand what a heel really is. Heel, villain, bad guy. All right. That's not somebody that is angry and moody. And,
you know, and Jocelyn has made a second mistake as well. Yeah, she's broken Cam's heart, and she and there's actually nothing wrong with her breaking Cam's heart, because if she didn't feel that way about him anymore, she didn't feel that way about him anymore. And you can't make yourself hate someone, and you can't make yourself love someone.
No. You feel how you feel, how you feel, how you feel, how you feel.
Exactly.
How you feel, how you feel.
That's not the only person that she has is going to be mad at her. And that's Trina's going to be mad at her.
Yeah.
Trina has found out about all this stuff Jocelyn's up to.
No.
And Jocelyn wasn't the one to tell her.
Trina's going to start putting a bunch of stuff together and realize that Jocelyn has not been a very good friend. Over the last several years. Like in high school, yeah, we were friends because we were friends. Like when it comes to like why are you friends with that person? Oh, I don't know. It's just who I hang out with. You know?
Oscar Jocelyn. High school Jocelyn.
Different.
It's different. That's a different gal.
Yeah.
Okay. She's grown up, and she is just true. She's turned into her mother.
Yeah.
Her mama understands her really well.
But to finish off, you know, like just to make sure that Nikisha still loves us. They say it could be the producers, directors. Easy for me to blame the writers, but because I am. When it comes down to it, like the writers still do play a part in it. I mean, it's a writing team. It's a whole, you know, cavalcade of people that are originally coming up with these ideas that then need to be approved. So it does come from them. And also, while they have the reins of these stories, they could be doing a little bit more with them. You know, this morning before going on the air with Twitter, go check it out, I was just musing about why Willow was crazy, because we don't really know. She hasn't really given us information about why she is making her crazy choices. We can infer that she doesn't want to lose another kid. We can infer all kinds of different things. We can infer the trauma from being in a cult, from losing her first kid, from having all of these mothers that lie and wanting to give her child the best foot forward no matter what. But she hasn't said anything like that. She hasn't said, I will not lose another child again, Michael, or anything.
No, but
you know what I'm saying?
You know, yeah. Willow has had so much circumstance that she didn't have any choice about in the past.
Yeah. And now she's choosing.
And in the cult and all that stuff. She had all her decisions made for her, and it was very manipulated. And Harmony was like, you know, poster child for a bad mother.
Yeah.
And her circumstances were rarely her choices. Now she's making her choices. She don't really know how to make a choice.
Right. And all of this is true, and all of this is there if you're paying attention and watching and not fast forwarding, which is great and awesome. But I think that there's a key element of the actual discussion about these things that we're totally missing in these moments. You know, like Michael and Willow, while still loving each other and not wanting to split up, should be having a huge difference of opinion as to how Willow is treating things. But Michael is so like, whatever, you can decide. Oh, I think you're making the wrong choice, but all right. And finally, Wiley is the one that's like, Mommy, you should have the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's, she hasn't made good choices.
I just want more. That's all. I just want more. There could be more there. That's all. And I'm not whining. I'm just talking about how the writers criticism actually could play in there, where they could be doing more. The words that these characters are speaking could be a little more interesting. That's all.
I thought it was a little bit endearing that Wiley, talking to her in just complete innocence and not
baby, we're ready for you.
And not understanding the circumstances, just speaking right from his heart. That made her wake up.
Yeah. Oh, look at the innocence of youth. He's totally right. We're doing this. Take this baby out of me now.
And I think Willow will be okay because of the stem cell thing from
all of this drama, all of this blown marrow, all of this finding a match, and all we had to do was just take a little droplets of blood from the umbilical cord and placenta this whole time.
And why wasn't this something that Terry shared earlier? Come on.
So planned is confusing.
Yeah, exactly. Because they've painted her as being extremely competent as a doctor.
Yeah.
And this was just like, oh, and by the way, yeah, we could do this.
Oh, yeah, by the way, there's this other treatment that we could have done the whole time. Krista says the writers write stories and the executive producer, Frank Valentini, adjusts them once they go to filming because he's admittedly involved in all the processes. Well, yeah, he should be involved in all the processes. He's the showrunner. He's the boss. He's the president of the GH company. But you're forgetting one step. And that's network approval.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. ABC has to read it too. And ABC, we're talking about not really ABC, but Disney.
Right.
Disney has to read it.
So Frank Valentini is the president of the company and Disney's the CEO. So all of that makes a soap. Yeah, hooray.
You know what though? You gotta be like you and I and a lot of other people. Gotta be a little bit of a soap opera nerd and trying to want to figure it out, right? And where a lot of folks don't think about it at all.
Yeah,
the behind the scenes production, writing, they don't think it, they're just consumer, that's it. And I think there's a lot of value in watching it both of those kind of ways.
Yeah. All right, Daisy trying to get us back on topic again. One of the things that bothers me is how they paint Jocelyn as cheating. Jocelyn's cheating as a villainous act. It's a soap cheating. It's not like murder. She isn't a heel like Esme. I would say it's less about the cheating and more about how she's treating Cameron. She has been truly false. It's very strange. Because her justifications for herself are legitimate and real. These are things that she actually felt. But they're not, but you can't justify your actions, Like you could come up with a justification, but it's not a real one. It's not acceptable. Your behavior is unacceptable. How you've treated this person is to kiss and kiss and kiss and have your heart move on from Cameron and then not say anything is wrong. And there's no way to paint that as well. But no, that was wrong. That was wrong to do. You find the time to do something, So that, I think that for me, at least, I can't speak for everybody on the planet, but for me, those are the villainous actions. And then the whole conversation in the dorm room too, Ma. It was all about her and protecting Dex.
Well, she's exactly.
And
she's turned herself into an island. Yeah. She has turned herself into an island.
Yeah.
With Trina, who she used to share all of her life with. She's turned into an island when it comes to Trina. She's pretty much turned into an island when it comes to Cameron. Gave it one last shot.
Yep.
Couldn't wait for it to be over. Because all she was thinking about was Dex.
Not even just Dex, but Dex is Winky.
But that's just, it's just true. It's just true. Yeah. She's just a typical, delicious soap character.
Tasty soap. just full of soap juice.
Full of lies and deception.
Yeah. So those, to me, those are the villainous actions. Cheating is cheating. It happens probably more often than not. It's just kind of an aspect of life. Is it the right thing? No. Does it make you an evil person? No. But how you deal with it, how you deal with it is what matters in the end, I think. Because even then we also have the example of Carolyn and Jeff, where people are mad at Carolyn too.
Oh yeah,
for forgiving
Carolyn this week, didn't you?
Yep, did see some Carolyn this week. And they're mad at her for forgiving, for sticking with Jeff, for understanding, well, I mean, he has these problems, but ultimately I found him to be a good enough husband. So you've got that end, and then you got like the Jocelyn end. It happens. It's how you deal with it.
Well, now I want to ask you, do you think that Carolyn's been convinced that an open marriage is what they need? And
I think that's kind of been the heart of it, even without, I mean, they've been married since the 80s or 90s or something like that. Probably the 80s, because Elizabeth came in the 90s.
Yeah.
In 96, and she was already 15.
Yeah.
So they would have to, so they were married in the 80s, and this was in a time before now.
Like their dad and I's age.
Yeah.
We were married in 1980.
Yeah. So in the time before now, in which not everything had a name, and everything was pretty much, male, female, married, unmarried, gay, straight, or straight and ignored, or whatever it may be. Very, very one or two binary on off type of lifestyle existence and understanding of the world around you. You don't have phrase, swinger maybe might be the closest thing.
I would say
except Carolyn wasn't swinging. That we know.
No, I think exactly. I get the impression that they had some kind of open marriage agreement that she was never utilizing.
Yeah, something like, or at least even without the conversation, there's just been the understanding that Jeff's going to step out and I'm going to accept it.
Yeah,
I could leave, or I can accept it. Those are my two options.
Yeah, like he's going to be a cheater and it's okay with me, or we're over. Whatever.
Daisy says, "Is it wrong? But it is wrong, but villainous. Villainy is a matter of opinion."
That's true.
If we go into like a strict definition of villain, is Jocelyn a villain? No, Jocelyn is not a villain. Victor is a villain. Jocelyn is an antagonist. You don't have to be a villain to be an antagonist. You just have to be in the way of the hero. And in this case, the hero is Cameron.
Yes.
So that's what Jocelyn is, not a villain. So, but when you're talking about TV, when you're talking about heroes and bad guys, good guys and bad guys, it's very easy to say hero, villain, good, evil. So take some of like the punch out of those words a little bit when you're reading them, because people don't mean them as like, she's the evil queen who's going to turn into a dragon and murder everyone. No. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if William Lipton did a song where he was pissed at her, like you have said, but not exactly, of course, not that exact song, but something where he's pissed at Jocelyn and just tells her off in a song,
like an Amy Winehouse breakup song or something,
at the nurse's ball.
Yeah, I honestly, I think that's going to happen. If they don't do that, they've missed a golden opportunity.
It's true. You heard it on the 10th floor. Y'all better start
running. So, in short, not villainous. So, people are also saying, Cameron's heel turn. I can't wait for his heel turn. And, kind of in conjunction with what we're talking about here when it comes to nerdy breakdown of a television soapy narrative and good versus evil. Cameron having an attitude or a mean streak or being a little less patient with Jocelyn isn't necessarily a heel turn. It's just kind of a change in demeanor, because ultimately he is the hero of the story. He's the one that is going to be doing the right thing. He's going to be championing for the truth, even if he's a little meaner. So you're still the baby face. You're still the good guy, even if you're saying rude things like Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock. They were very rude individuals in wrestling, but everybody loved to see them win. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe I'll show up on Soaps in the Suds Squared Circle or Suds in the Squared Circle podcast and just get into nerdy, soapy wrestling nonsense with that guy. Who knows? Who knows? Writing's very selfish and not considerate of the fans' feelings. We don't need to be considerate of the fans' feelings. We're here to consume. We're here to consume the content, not to be catered to.
So it's interesting. I'm been thinking about Nicholas again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there I'm going. Oh, herky jerky. Right. So I did not see anything on social media about Nicholas being that Marcus's last scene, but I just felt that way as I was watching it.
You just kind of got that feeling from him, huh?
I did. Yes.
Like he was just like disappointed.
I did not know from social media that was indeed his last scene.
Yeah.
But I just kind of recognized it as I watched it.
It's kind of interesting how he got to play the very last romantic scene, so to speak, like the very last plea that Nicholas was going to be able to give. Because when Ava was like, "Oh, you almost got me this time, Nicholas," and then walked off and left the ring. I mean, that's it. That is it for Ava and Nicholas. And so I think it's interesting that Marcus Coloma got to play that. I wonder if they wrote it in that way. That way he could just, she signed the papers, she gave back the ring. Victor has no need to keep Nicholas around anymore, and he's just going to be vanished. And now Spencer's story is going to turn.
There was supposed to be probably some kind of goodbye scene with somebody which he did not film.
I don't know. He did not film the last scenes or the last few weeks or so on his contract. I don't think that would have necessarily given them enough time to write a final scene for him. So I really don't know how all that worked out.
Something they already had, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
And just make it the last scene.
I guess.
Right?
I don't know. Yes. Hey, Keisha. Keisha's here, Mama.
Hi, Keisha.
Hey. I'm glad Cameron went off on Joss as Jacarius. Cameron is not the type of character, and he proved when he tried to kill Jason. Cameron is more emotional. I don't know. He didn't. I mean, he had a momentary break in sanity with that whole gun situation.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He sure did, because he was just so. Cameron's been through a lot. That was his reaction to the whole Franco thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Cameron's been through a lot. I hope that they got something. I hope they have some ideas for him. I mean, I cannot think of what it might be other than some kind of music. I'm sure that he'll be part of the nurses' ball.
Yeah.
But I hope beyond that, I hope we see something
from
Cameron. And not just an occasional Kelly scene. I really don't want that for him.
I don't know. I feel like
I want something more for him.
Or
just go do college, kiddo.
We just go do college, take a couple of weeks off, a couple of months off, a year off, and come back with a beard.
Yeah.
To be like, I don't know. He and Nicholas Chavez went Chavez. I'm leaning far more to Chavez as a hard pronunciation than anything else. But Nicholas Chavez.
I heard him say Chavez.
Oh, with a sha.
Yeah. Chavez.
Okay. All right. Well, Chavez.
Not Chavez.
Not Chavez.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I don't know. I've never met the man. But I do try to respect how people say that.
I heard him say his own name, so I heard it.
Was it in the video? Because he was in Jersey with William Lipton.
It was something in front of the studio. I don't remember what the occasion was. Maybe it was the airplane.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, he and William Lipton were in Jersey for one of their Q&A events. Big deal for GH right now. All right, I really need everybody. I need everybody who watches a soap opera. 100% of you people right now, because I know we get those numbers. Every soap fan watches The 10th Floor.
Wouldn't that be fabulous?
I would just love for all of our Twitter followers to give us a view.
Yeah,
and subscribe to the channel. Over
1,000 of them.
We're like 1,030 now. Like, I feel pretty good about that. Thank you everybody for following us on Twitter, by the way.
Yes.
We
we sure do.
We just don't tweet very often. But maybe that's why people like us. I'm spending
Well,
all day on there.
you tweet more than I do, of course.
What I usually do is I tweet while I'm watching the show. Because it makes me think of stuff, and I'm like, oh, this, that, and the other thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I have grandma to talk to.
Yeah, I don't have somebody to bounce my thing off.
Yeah. Where I do not nearly as much as I used to do with you, but I do stop the show and talk to her a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about how we don't need Jason.
But not the way
Did you have to fast forward Drew and Carly doing it with Grandma Lou in the room?
No. Grandma Lou is progressive, okay?
Oh, is she?
When it comes to that stuff, yeah, she is.
Well, she's been watching soap characters doing on her TV her whole life. So ever since the 90s when it became acceptable to take her shirt off.
Oh, she's been watching. I met Grandma Lou in 1977, and she was watching soap operas back then. So she's
All My Children lady, right?
Yeah, All My Children.
Yeah. That's why we're such a All My Children family. I had influences from both grannies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And both families were ABC watchers. Back then it seemed like your family kind of like chose a network, and you just watched the 3 or 4 shows they had on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to hit that dial. You're just going to leave it on the same station.
Just leave it on the same station. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Back when I had some time off I had a lot of weird shifts, you guys, where I worked like only on the weekends. For like 36 hours at nighttime on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. I had some weird shifts. And no, I wasn't like running a bar or dancing or anything like that. But I was out in the middle of the night. I was working in a factory, in Silicon Valley.
It's just super interesting because, I grew up with my mom having that schedule, which is alien to most other people. Like they didn't have their mom at home Monday through Thursday. So thanks, Mom. I mean, you weren't there at all during the weekends, but thanks for being there during the week.
It was hard, but it almost made my job invisible to you guys.
Almost, yeah. I mean, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it was just like, well, those were the days that Ma just wasn't around.
Yeah,
or those were the days you got to look forward to having McDonald's.
And when you were little, I was working in the middle of the night. I was working from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I was working when you were asleep.
Yeah.
So when you were really little, it was almost invisible that I had a job. It's just those 3 days. Mama just was tired as all get out.
I got my mom to be a chaperone on all the field trips, so that was neat.
It was a weird life. Yeah. Anyway, Matt, what else shall we talk about?
We'll talk about Elizabeth being chaperones for her children on their field trips, because clearly she's doing that, right? She's not involved in all kinds of nonsense and craziness. She's not having hours upon hours of conversations with geriatric women in general in Port Charles, hanging out in Kelly's all night long, talking to Carolyn and then Laura.
Yeah, she did have. I can see her. Even though she was a little rough on her, I could see her softening toward her mom, though.
With a little time. There's something about what Carolyn said versus what Jeff said. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. But Jeff was came in and he's like, I just want you to forgive me. You have to understand that I was wrong and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But then Carolyn was a little, I don't know, more sensitive, softer about it, seemed more genuine, a little less demanding. Though it was interesting to me because she's like, oh, I'm here for a conference. I didn't realize that I was going to run into you, Elizabeth. And Elizabeth's like, oh, okay, well, can we talk? And then they talk. But then Carolyn goes to see Nicholas. And then Carolyn is all like, the only thing I care about is reuniting with Elizabeth. That's why I came here. And I'm like, that's not what you said to Elizabeth. I'm confused.
Well, she's got some kind of deception going, doesn't she?
I guess. Mm-hmm. I guess.
Yep. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see, are they going to give Nicholas a little break where he's just gone? And when we're not big on spoilers, I'm sure it would be easy enough to find out, but we just don't do that.
No.
Or is he going to be, somebody else next week?
Yeah. Kelly says, God bless you, Mama Cat. Well, God bless you, Mama Cat. I don't know why she said that. Did you sneeze?
I didn't. Maybe I just looked like I sneezed.
I don't know. Maybe she just loves you. Kelly Public Cover just loves you, as does the rest of our audience.
Well, Kelly, I remember being in the audience on podcast years ago, and I remember your name.
See, look at
when
that.
I was commuting and just listening to podcasts, years before Matt and I started doing this. And I do remember your name. Yeah.
Which it just goes to show everybody, y'alls. Come on down. You could do it too. Just make your own. Just stick a microphone in front of your face and broadcast it to the world. Oh, for her working all those hours, for you cramming 36 to 40 hours within 3 days to be there for your family.
Oh, well, yeah, well, I don't know. I was just raised that you do what you got to do because that's what you got to do. And you will be surprised what you can do when you don't think you have a choice. Just do it. I don't know.
Somehow, some way.
I don't know.
It's so strange because every time you go to bed, you wake up and it's a fresh new day in which you can do something. It's wild how all that happens.
But at the same time, though, I do realize the opportunity I had was real different. I was in Silicon Valley and at the heart of manufacturing back in the day. There was actually a time, and this is long gone because there's no manufacturing done here in the U.S. very much anymore. The design's done here, software's done here, but the actual nitty gritty of making this stuff's not done here anymore. But back when I was a young person starting out, you could literally have a bad experience in the morning part of your shift and be fed up. You could leave at freaking lunchtime, get yourself an offer down the road and leave and get 50 cents more.
Couldn't do that by the end of it.
Crazy. It was that crazy back in the day. No, it didn't last forever.
No.
And like I worked at a company where almost my whole family did, where they had these big lavish parties at the Moscone Center and gave away cars.
You talked about it. You talked about it on a Wednesday, Ma. You talked about seeing Bruce. No, not Bruce.
No,
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl. Yeah. Rick Springfield. But you guys, my mother worked there for years, even before I did. And my mom won their very first car giveaway. It was from AMD, the circuit maker, AMD. Yeah. So that was the manufacturing that we worked at, where they actually made chips in the US at the time. And the first giveaway they had of the car, a 1977 red Corvette Stingray, given randomly to an employee. Granny won that. It was crazy.
Yeah. Good job, Granny. Drove it around and sold the thing. Couldn't afford it anyway.
I don't know. It's just weird,
Just couldn't afford it.
Weird.
Have to pay the insurance on this thing? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. All right, random topic. Carly and Drew, Ma. You want to talk about Carly and Drew doing it live on our 11 in the afternoon screens?
Well, I can tell you this, it wasn't bad. The visual of it, I didn't find it to be gross or anything.
Honestly, I didn't think it was bad. Anything that I'm going to fast forward on the soap, it's a love scene.
I thought it was lovely. I did. But I would have liked it more if I'd have cared about their relationship. Mm-hmm. I really don't all that much. You know?
Yeah.
For they don't have that kind. I don't have that kind of reaction of, oh, finally, like you do with some couples.
So I tweeted earlier because I wanted to, because I am able, me being me, who just is able to watch the show and able to just take it for what it is. I'll call it a unique superpower, and I understand that most people are not able to just take the show for what it is, like I am. Cool, amazing, awesome, wonderful. Continue doing what you're doing. So I'm able to take Drew and Carly for what they are. I can see and I can recognize how they are trying to tell this epic love story of lies, but forgiveness. But I mean, I understand what you did was bad, but it's not enough for me to stop loving you. Like I can see that soap story being told between these two characters. However, but I'm really not sold on it. So I know what they're doing. I'm just not drawn into it, like you said.
I tell you what, and it seems like Carly has gotten a bye with her behavior from just about anybody, from everybody, pretty much.
Anybody that was on her side before is still on her side. Anybody that didn't like her before still doesn't like her.
Right. But the vengeance that Nina is feeling is gonna be scorching. I think she's going to come after Carly, and who knows what kind of way, but she's going to come after Carly.
That scream in the parking garage?
Yes. You know? Yes. She was out in the parking lot screaming, damn it.
Yeah.
I went right after she found out that she wasn't a match.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was, Cynthia Watch was good for you, girl. You always bringing it. Always. She really is.
Yeah. I think Carolyn pushed Drake. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
I think Carolyn.
Anything could have happened here on General Hospital, everybody. All right. Anything is possible. Especially when it comes to Draco? Yeah.
I don't see why not. Maybe that's part of the reason why she's put up with so much of Jeff's crap beyond that.
Maybe. I don't know. But I just love how Nina just screaming in the parking garage. I like how they used it, like the on-location opportunity to be super loud. Like she wouldn't have been able to be that loud on the soundstage without blowing out the microphone.
Right.
You know, so I like how they took that opportunity. I like that they're giving Cynthia Watros and Nina these elements of like as close to realistic portrayal as they possibly can with the limited makeup and the screaming of the damn it and just giving her moments to live in.
Yeah. I think she's, because of those reasons, because of all that she's given us, I think that her level of vengeance coming after Carly is going to match that.
So what do you thinking violence, or you thinking SEC?
Just everything, I think she's just going to come after her in every way.
Just scorched earth when it comes to Carly.
No, she's going to try to take her, be a wedge with her kids in some way. She's going to try to, just
tell Liesl to kill Drew.
Continue to fight about the kids and all that stuff. And
as soon as Nina starts wearing white gloves, we need to definitely be worried about the choices she's going to make. Hey, Tomlin family.
Hi, Tomlin.
They're here, and they're sorry that they're late, but that's all right. There is no late on the 10th floor. We're open 24 hours a day. You guys can come hang out on this channel even when we're not broadcasting. We've got a library of videos you can watch. They're just not interactive like this one.
And we've been jibber-jabbering so much, we didn't even talk about the show that much.
Oh, so we've been talking all kinds of nonsense. But hey, it's the charm of the show. It's why people like us, It's a fun, easy, breezy, energetic conversation with some jokes, with some reaction, with some real-life banter. We can talk about, we can continue to talk about Jerome Carly because I think that it's gross. No, I'm kidding. When it comes down to it, honestly, I do not find enjoyment in, and I'm not saying that they can't do this and they shouldn't do this and you're wrong for liking it or anything like that. So don't pretend like that's what I'm saying. But for me personally, I do fast forward through the steamy simulated sex on soaps every single time.
Well,
every single one. It does not matter what characters that even Chase could be on there showing his cheeks, and I would probably skip it.
Do that too.
I would probably skip it. There's just something that I do not enjoy about watching it.
Well, all I have to say though, Matt, I think that's the only occasion when fast forwarding the story doesn't have an effect on your story.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Okay, they boned.
You already know. Yeah. Okay, they did.
They're doing the mambo. They are currently in the process of clearly doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, because it's not like I'm sitting there grossed out or I'm like uncomfortable with the idea of sexuality, because I'm not. I mean, whatever. It's 2023. It's not like I haven't seen a bunch of it. And there's it's just not an aspect of soaps that I get enjoyment out of. It's not something that I'm sitting there going, yeah, okay. This is what I want to see. It's just not for me. I don't know what it is.
I don't get a whole lot out of it either. I don't fast forward it, but it's not like, oh yay.
Yeah.
I like it. I think the first kiss between two people where they really, really, really like each other and it's very obvious to the audience. That's just as gratifying to me as seeing them.
Yeah. I mean, you get the idea across.
No.
I'm all for, kissing and laying down and then it fades out. I get that. You can say it happened without saying it happened very easily. But whatever, it is what it is.
But that's always been part of soap opera, though.
I'm not saying get rid of it.
And they have pushed the envelope as the years have gone by.
They have been. So Days of Our Lives is really pushing it since they're on streaming exclusive. Mm-hmm. Like there's all kinds of just there was I can't even get into it on YouTube live. One, because it's YouTube and they're sensitive, and two, I don't know if I want to talk to my mama about what happened at Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
Like at the end of the day, Ma, you're my co-host, but you're still my mama. And some acts that they were playing, what they were doing, I don't think I want to talk to my mama about.
Well, we could both agree to fast forward through that and not talk about it. Right?
Anyway, but Carly was laying there doing absolutely nothing while Drew was lying on top of her doing absolutely nothing as well. So I caught that. And then they kissed and they were super happy. And then I guess he woke up or something. And then I don't know, like whatever. I'm not into. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares about those two?
Anyway, they did have their first, though. They did have their first on-screen real love scene.
They did. And like I said, that's the story they're telling is going to be the Drew and Carly love each other, and how much is Drew going to take from Carly that he wouldn't take from other people because he loves her so deeply. That kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Days is getting good, says Jacarius. So stay tuned to Jacarius's channel for Days of Our Lives updates. One of these days, Ma. One of these days, we'll do it. We'll watch a week of Days and do a broadcast about that. And be like, who are these people and why are they doing this stuff? We don't know. Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, we could ask our chat to join us.
Yeah, they would totally help us.
The folks that on here that actually watch it already. And then maybe you and I they could school us on something.
Maybe. So Daisy is comparing her our feelings about Drew and Carly. She's comparing to her feelings about Sprina. Now she definitely has feelings that are in the minority when it comes to at least people who are talking about Sprina online. Mm-hmm. Because listen, all right. So what I'm really, really, really coming to understand about social media, and this is something that I underconsidered before. While Twitter seems very loud and very unified on some of the opinions, they represent actually a very small sliver of the actual audience of General Hospital.
Yeah.
And so when it comes down to it, just because you don't have a bunch of people on Twitter, Instagram, and social media singing the praises of Drew and Carly doesn't mean that they're not, in fact, possibly the hottest thing on General Hospital right now. We're just not seeing those fans go to social media as much as the fans of other couplings or stories.
Sure.
So
to some degree we have a window feed.
Just a small little section of those who take their fandom on the internet, which not everybody does.
Sure.
But even in our chat, you got some people loving Sprina, you got some people not feeling it, you got people liking Drew and Carly and not feeling it, you got Joss and Dex, people really liking that or not liking that or being against that because of weird online drama and stuff. But I would say that the majority of a soap audience misses that. Entirely.
I have to say, out of those pairings that you just said, mm-hmm. Even though I don't think Jocelyn's done the right thing and stuff, surrounding it, she does have chemistry with Dex.
It's a good
on
couple.
Screen.
So
they're very good on screen. Actually,
all of the couples are good.
They really are.
There really is no point to me. There is no point.
Chase and Brooklyn, I know, are over, but they weren't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just missed the mark on that. They were just a little too as life is sometimes.
And Carly and Drew, I don't care either way. And I guess to a certain degree.
Most of the couples are good then. Most of the couples are good.
Yeah.
Trina and Spencer are good. Joss and Dex are good.
I do really like Spencer and Trina. I do.
I think that this week was really great for Spencer and Trina. I really liked their stuff in Kelly's, and it was 2 days of them talking to each other in Kelly's, I think.
Yes. With some honesty.
And what I really appreciate, and here I'm just a super GH nerd this week, just analyzing the intricacies. But I think that there was a lot of value in not having Spencer and Trina share a lot of screen time with each other for a long time. Like it was boiling underneath, and they'd run into each other every once in a while. And while they were always in each other's orbits, they were not sharing a bunch of scenes together. Allowing these two actors to become very close friends off camera. That way, when they do start shooting scenes together, it is butter.
Yeah,
they're not trying to figure it out on screen, because they have already figured it out over the last couple of months, just working together off camera.
They have great,
brilliant. Oh my God.
I have to say, I do see a chemistry he has with Tabiana that I didn't see with Sydney.
We had Larry Flick on a couple of weeks ago, and he said that Tabiana, now this is not any sort of slander against Sydney Michaela or anything like that. She brought it when it came to Trina, and then Tabiana Lee's bringing it in a different direction. But Larry Flick said that she was bringing more maturity to the role, and I totally felt that this week. Trina was sitting there as the most adult person in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do, they are my favorite couple on there. That's for sure. So I guess this wedding's going to be coming up too, right?
February. It's a Valentine's Day wedding, so it has to be coming up very, very soon with a clarinet playing Marshall.
And I bet you we're going to see a Brett
memorial
funeral something on Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
That's what the show is leaning toward.
Sabrina, all they ever do is talk. Well, yeah. That's what most people do on television is talk. What kind of comment is that?
But they're going to get around to other things. I then look now, but what we said a couple of weeks ago, it might turn out to be true. They're going to try to be a little family.
They're going to try to be a little family that's going to turn into a real family. I mean, she's already been like, oh, I don't think I'm really playing as much as we should be playing. I feel like I'm falling in love with you. Just not in those words.
Well, Spencer's wanting to take that kiddo, and maybe Trina's going to jump on board for that. Right now, though, she's kind of saying, "What are you thinking?"
I think this is a poor choice there, Spencerino.
Yeah. That's her response right now. Is like, really? Are you sure about this?
Jeannie says that the wedding won't finish. I agree that the wedding won't finish, but I honestly, for me right now, I'm hoping for a left turn, because everybody's expecting for Jordan to spill the beans on the parentage and stuff like that. So we're waiting for a parental reveal, a bomb to be dropped at this wedding. Now,
I think Aunt Stella's going to come up with something.
So here's the thing. People are expecting it to be the Trina thing. All right. Maybe Taggart really is Trina's dad. Who knows? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe he is. But that's not what we're going to find out at the wedding. What we're going to find out at the wedding is that Stella is Curtis's mama. And that will be the left turn, the thing that the drama, the thing that breaks up the wedding, the drama that happens, that rattles everything to the core.
Well, I wasn't thinking that maybe there was a switch in story like you were thinking, but I thought that perhaps she would be the one to speak up and not hold their peace. That's what I was thinking. Aunt Stella would do something like that, not Jordan.
Well, what does Stella know about the potential Trina parentage? Nothing, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
She knows that Curtis and Portia were together back then. She knows that.
I don't know. Well, you just expect Stella to be messy and reveal something at just the worst opportune time. Just to get
her track record's not good. I tell you who else's track record's not good. Gladys.
Well, Gladys at least has a knight in shining armor. Hopefully can interfere before Sasha loses everything. Because as it stands right now, it really only seems like all they've lost right now is Brando's garage.
Yeah.
Because you could see Gladys kind of turning the wheels of how do I pay this? How do I pay this? I can give you the garage, right? And if this was the very last thing that they had, she would have been more panicked and more desperate, I think. Because this was like a first up offer, in my opinion. This feels like the first bit of giving away something that Sasha doesn't know about that Gladys is doing. So hopefully Cody can interview her.
The garage is for sale, but that's all she knows.
Yeah, and so, but to that same point, it'll be very easy for Gladys to say, "Oh, well, I sold it." You don't need, I'm handling your finances. You don't need to worry about the paperwork and stuff. The money was deposited in your account. You don't need to look. It's fine. Trust me. Okay, Gladys.
Well, bottom line is, I think that Sonny will rescue Sasha in some way, and provide some funds for her, even though, perhaps her money's going to be gone
because he's in prison.
Well, maybe not, but I tell you, I do feel bad for Sonny in this instance because everything that his father did, Mike, when Sonny was a younger man, he was always getting his daddy out of trouble. His dad would find his dad all beat up, from loan sharks. He'd find it, he'd spend every dollar he had, and mostly it was horse racing, but it was gambling. He had to bail him out constantly, many times on the show. Yeah. And that's exactly what Gladys is doing. The Corbins
are gamblers.
The Corbins got a problem with that.
Well,
they do.
So hopefully, maybe hopefully Cody can come and save the day. I don't know.
And Selena, well, she's cutthroat. But at the same time,
this is how she makes her money.
I know she is what she is. I understand that. But she's bold too because she knows that Gladys is Sonny's cousin. She knows that. How could she
Sonny,
not know
you have to understand that a debt is a debt. She got herself into this situation. What am I supposed to do? Ignore it?
Exactly. You've been writing for the show, huh? I want to hear her saying exactly that.
Can I please just hire me? Hire me. I promise I won't cost as much as a regular writer. I mean, I'll join the union and get like scale or whatever. But it's not like have experienced or am seasoned or have been like, I've been on all of these shows for the last 30 years. I don't have any of that, so you can pay me less. It's a wise investment. It's a wise investment. I wonder if Cody will buy the garage to help Sasha. I don't think Cody's got the money for that.
No, Cody don't have no dough because he don't have no diamond.
Yeah, he's got to have a diamond for some dough. He's gonna have some diamonds for some dough. Hey, Ma, you know what happened this week also?
What happened?
Anna made it so half of Paris doesn't have water.
I know, right? So they got out of there, didn't they?
They did. They only had to kill 4 people to do it, but they did.
Got out of there.
They got out of there. They drowned those people, Mother. They're dead. That nice lady that we were spending all week with, she's dead now. That flame from Valentine's past, the one that he had fallen for when he was a criminal, she is dead. Anna killed her.
But she double-crossed him, and that's what happens.
Anna is a murderer, Mom.
Well, yeah, we've seen her kill other people.
She has murdered these people. They have families. They've got parents. They've got siblings. They were somebody to somebody.
Perhaps all of that.
They were somebody to somebody, and Anna killed them.
Yeah, but, they had to go for us to be able to see Marty and Lucy's reunion.
It was us or them. Okay? It was us or them. Justifiable homicide.
It was cute. I thought it was cute.
It was fun. It is cute that they can't keep their hands off of each other. They deliberately went in. Oh, I've got a room, and they scampered off. And Robin's like, "Dude, we really have to bring him."
Like 2 little bunnies scampering off to their room.
And then Anna just standing in there, 24 hours removed from murdering 3 people, standing there like nothing happened. Snatching the souls of 3 people off of their mortal coils, Anna Devane. And you don't even... I'm kidding, folks. It's a joke. Please don't jump down my throat. Anna's amazing.
Oh.
Love Lucy, Marty, and all the vets. Absolutely.
And so far, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but Uncle Victor right now has been tricked, right?
Oh, my son, he wasn't supposed to be murdered. He's supposed to be alive and well. Now he's dead. Now, kudos to Laura, though. Kudos, Laura. Jeannie Francis pretending. Jeannie Francis acting like Laura, who's acting like Valentine is dead. The layers.
I loved it.
Laura and Alexis playing their parts. Ooh, did Alexis played a part? Did I miss Alexis playing a part? I thought she was just talking to Victor. I missed some of the subtext there, I guess.
She was part of it.
Oh.
Along with Laura.
I didn't know. I missed that. I missed that aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Alexis was just like egging on
You know
Victor
who
the whole
I
time.
feel bad for?
Hmm.
Poor old Mac. He's been left out in the dark for everything.
That's what he gets for being a cop. If he was still just a restaurant owner, they'd tell him everything.
They left him out of this, right?
Yeah.
And he still thinks Holly's dead. Poor old Mac. He's been left out.
He needs to stop being a cop. That's all. He just needs to stop being a cop. If he wasn't the chief of detectives, they could tell him more.
Well, yeah, his brother is the district attorney, right?
Yeah, got a point about that. But I guess that's just one person too many that can know what's going on.
I guess
we
so.
Can't tell Mac. He's got such a blabbermouth. Oh, that was Victor. We can't tell Mac. He's got a blabbermouth. He's going to tell everybody. I'm Australian.
But I did love all the scenes there with all of them there, with Robert and with Anna and rescuing Lucy and Martin Gray being able to, and having a silly blindfold on Martin. I loved it all.
Do I have to still be standing here with the blindfold on? I mean, I don't know where we are. Well, that's the point.
The only thing missing from that hilarity is Ken Schreiner.
Just standing in there. Just get in here. Oh gosh. The actress who played Renee, says Krista. Hello, Krista. The actress who plays Renee is amazing. She's overcome some serious challenges and physical injuries. So brave. I don't know anything about that, so kudos to her if it's true. Yay. Yeah. She did kind of fit right in, I didn't reject Renee while she was there. I wasn't like, who's this? Oh, she's obviously going to be on for a little while. No, she worked. She had, it fit. Of course, the French accents are a little over the top for me on General Hospital, but whatever. From Renee to Violet's older brother.
I wasn't surprised that she wound up double crossing them.
Oh no. She was a villain. You villains double cross. We talked on Wednesday about that little boy being Violet's older brother.
Right.
So, neat for that. know. And I guess he knows Francais. Because he was speaking very convincingly to me, at least.
Exactly.
See, we just need a French villain on the show so I can use that terrible accent.
Either speaks French, or he would just rehearse the daylights out of this.
Mm-hmm.
One or the other.
I don't know. Elegant just says Felicia. But what else is there to say? Just Felicia,
Felicia's awesome.
She's part of it. She does stuff.
Yeah,
She's hanging out.
Yeah, she is.
She's doing her part.
She said on Friday that she had Anna said something about ideas, and Felicia's like, I got a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
What to do?
Don't worry. I love being back in the adventure.
I loved it.
I don't have any more kids to raise. It's okay. It's not like I raised them anyway.
But I tell you, Laura really handled Uncle Victor, and so did Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, according to Krista, the actress who played Renee escaped a home invasion she saved her own life by escaping a home invasion by jumping out of a window and breaking her foot. Are we sure that's just not a movie she was in?
Wow.
Well, hey,
wow.
Kick butt.
Well,
a real life soap adventure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, okay. So, I mean, this can't be the beginning of the end of Victor. So, this is the beginning of the end of the end of Victor? The beginning of the end for Victor. I don't know.
Oh, But it's going to be interesting what they do going forward with all the Cassadines.
Because they keep on talking about the Pikemans, but the Pikemans don't necessarily have to come in soon. They could be taking this Victor thing all the way through April, and then April's when Victor can go away at the climax of whatever story that they're doing for the 60th.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can introduce the Pikeman stuff, because it's not like General Hospital doesn't wait a year to get to stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what's going to happen.
It'll be interesting, though, because I think that when finally there is the demise of Uncle Victor, there's going to be a floodgate of just people that are let loose.
Ooh, that's interesting. Just a bunch of people being freed from the Cassadine Islands. A bunch of legitimate Cassadines that have been suppressed by Victor are now showing up in Port Charles.
Or just other people like Hayden Barnes and stuff like that.
Well, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. You know, Victor dies, and 2 weeks later, four old characters return to the canvas that Victor's been holding on to.
Finally, he's doesn't have any control in it, and everybody that he's had captive is let loose. And kind of like a floodgate of characters, just like when David Hayward resurrected a bunch of folks.
Neat.
Same kind of thing, but different.
Apparently there's a disaster happening in Kelly's neighborhood. She's got to go. There's trucks, fire trucks, and cops and stuff down the street, and she's got to go deal with it. I don't know if she's the mayor of her town or what's going on, but this crisis requires her attention. Thanks for joining us, Kelly.
I don't blame you. Well, I want to see. I wouldn't want to know if it was next door or not.
Go check this out.
Go check it out.
Leave a comment, Kelly. Let us know what happened. Curious.
Yeah, I want to know. Now I want to know. Kelly's also far.
Oh gosh, Ma. What else is there to talk about? Do you think Sasha might be a triplet? Do you think she's really Willow's sister in real life? Not in real life. Obviously, they're not sisters.
It really pushes the soap opera storyline.
There's just something about the feeling that I'm getting from this whole interaction between them all.
But come on. Why aren't they? They already should have Aunt Liesel down at that lab already.
Yeah, I know. I guess they decided on the umbilical cord thing, but whatever.
Probably little probably the baby.
Mm-hmm.
What's the baby's name? James. Probably baby James. You can't be doing bone marrow things.
Yeah, maybe not on the youngin like that.
But I think the whole umbilical cord is what's going to make Willow okay anyway.
Probably.
I
think they're going to bring Neil back. Oh, maybe Neil can be released from Crete. Unpopular opinion, Jakaria says. Jakaria is trying to bring up, I'm sure, the viewer count on his YouTube as people try to get into the gritty depth of his feelings on this. I don't care about Anna and Valentine as a couple. Oh, Jakaria, so how would you say something so controversial?
I find them cute. That's what I like about them.
I don't think they're going to last forever.
Cute. I like the whole darling thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they're always on some kind of adventure together the last few months. I think that's why I like them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
They're having fun together right now. It's a fun thing that they're doing. But watching them snuggle on the couch at home, watching Netflix, maybe not be where it's at.
All these different pairings that I enjoy seeing, though,
mm-hmm.
I like them for different reasons, and they're endearing in some different way. Like Lucy and Martin, and Trina and Spencer, and Anna and Valentine. They're very different.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Everybody's got something different to bring to the canvas. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I am with it. And stuff. I don't know. I'm also with Get Back on the Elevator. We talked about everything, Ma. There's so much that we talked about. We talked about stuff and things. What else is there to say?
We talked about a lot.
Is there anything else to talk about? I don't think we missed anything important. We talked about everything I wrote down.
Yeah?
Yep.
Talked about Elizabeth talking to her mom.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to do 2 hours and 15 minutes every Sunday.
No, we don't.
Sometimes it just isn't 2 hours and 15 minutes of things to say.
Yeah, you know what? If people want to go on to the next show anyway, or maybe do something.
They gotta gear up for whatever's next, Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn loved Anna and Duke. There we go. Anna and Duke. That's where it's at.
Oh, I like liked them too. I sure did.
All right, we can read some of these more of these, and then we can get out of here. When the Trina fraternity is revealed, Trina will be so hurt by Portia and Curtis that she will accidentally run into Spencer, and they will spend the night. See, Travois is expecting Trina to go after that stress D as well. Something terrible just happened to me. The only way I can get over it is by boning a man. What kind of lessons are we teaching the young women here?
Well, didn't Jocelyn just do that?
Yeah, I know. Only for her to find out that she's pregnant later. Oh my goodness. You want Spencer and Trina to have a baby already? My goodness.
Spencer and Trina are going to have a baby already. It's Esme's.
There we go. That will throw a monkey wrench into Spencer's plan to get cut. You just... What a wild and crazy left turn that would be to voice. I mean, maybe. I'm not here to deny it. I'm not here to say that's bad. I'm not here to say that won't happen. I don't expect it to happen that way, though. I can't wait for Jocelyn. Jacaria says that he can't wait for someone to catch Joss and Dex in the act again. And this time have it not be Cameron, but somebody more important. Somebody like Sonny. What are you doing? Now, Sonny was like, I need you to keep an eye on Dex. I need you to lick Dex hella for me.
I think there's going to be some new thing about Dex that's going to be revealed in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Some kind of different connection.
Look at it, Dex.
I do.
Jeannie loved Lucy, Marty, and all the vets. Carolyn expects February sweeps to be good. I think they're going to be good too.
I do too.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be super great. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. We're getting on the elevator. I pushed the button a while ago. Boom. It's open now. It's not like TV. All right, when TV, you push the button and within 5 seconds, the elevator's there. In real life, sometimes you got to wait a minute.
Sometimes, especially if it's an older building. So before we get on the elevator, press like, subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when new content is uploaded to the channel, or when we open up the waiting room, you'll be notified so you can come hang out with everybody before we get started. But yeah, beyond that, like it right now. Like it. Did you like it yet? If you liked it, say yes in the chat.
Do it.
Oh goodness! And then when this is all said and done, all right, when we stop broadcasting, I need you to hit reload on your thing or navigate off of your phone in the back end of the video again, and then leave a comment. That would help us as well.
We would like that.
That would help us as well. These are all of the rules. Yeah. These are all of the responsibilities that you are picking up as audience members of the 10th floor. These are your responsibilities, and I expect you all to follow through with them 100%. Do you understand?
And it helps us, right? It helps our broadcast.
Yeah, it helps us. It raises the video in the search results when somebody looks up General Hospital or a character's name or something. It'll make it more likely that we show up. So do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Let's make the whole thing work in our favor a little more.
Yeah. And the more people join the chat, and we'll have more friends, and it'll be super fun. So that's all. Okay, goodbye.
Because we're not going to stop doing this. So anyway.
No, I mean, even if you all go away and only 2 people tune in every week, we'll still do it, and we'll just talk to those 2 people.
Well, that's how it started.
I mean, kind of. I mean, we went from like, wow, look at the dozens of people that tuned into us to, well, look to the dozens of people that tune into us within 30 seconds. So thanks. Okay.
It is fun.
Getting on the elevator. Going back down to the first floor. Okay, I'm getting in my car. That's within the parking garage, and you're in the parking garage first level, and up at the top level, you can hear somebody go, "Damn it! Damn it!" It's Nina screaming.
It sure is Nina screaming. Oh man!
You did get new car. Oh, cars don't even start like this anymore, do they?
No.
This is no longer the universal sign for starting your car. Now it's like,
hey, you push the button. You push the button.
You had to do this face though, right?
Yeah, you after a while you're able to stop making that face. And that's the way the gears are on my car too. It's buttons.
Oh geez. It's like having to learn how to drive all over again.
There's a buttons for reverse and drive.
It's like when you had to stop double clutching, It's like having to learn to drive again.
I do. I do.
Okay.
Anyway,
you turn on your car. Turn your radio, or it's vocal control now. It'd be like car radio. tune into previous episodes of the 10th floor. And then it looks at 10th floor episodes on all your podcasting, on your Spotify, all that kind of stuff. And if you can't find it in your favorite place to listen to podcasts, let us know on Twitter at 10th floor GH, and I will point you in the right direction or add it to the platform that you're looking at. Other than that, you can like and subscribe. You can like this video. You can leave a comment. You can subscribe to Le Channel. And that would be great. Helps us. It's a little click for you, but it means the world to us here on YouTube. Then after all of that, once you've done your responsibilities, honestly, I'm trying to see how much our viewership declines when I'm saying goodbye, and how long I can make that, and see if we can get to nobody by the time.
My gosh!
You go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
We'll catch you here next time on the 10th floor. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.